say everybody get out the game. Yes, can I get 5 shots right now? 5 shots.
Can you be nice?
Damn, she got that BBL on her.
You're not filming us, are you?
Nah, this is stream. I'm filming me. Whoever.
Don't film us. You need to ask us before you do that.
We filming me. You gotta.
He's pointing over here.
Oh, he don't speak English, so every time somebody talks to the camera, he put it on them.
Okay. You know what? I think you guys need to go.
We ain't even do that. What if he stopped filming?
You need to put the camera away.
All right, put it down real quick. It's on me, bro. It's on me. You ain't gotta put it on.
Yeah. No, you guys need to go. Go.
It's on me.
No. I've already told you. I've told you twice now. You gotta go. I'm not dealing with that.
She racist, y'all. She racist.
Yeah, I'm racist.
Yes, you're racist.
Get that on camera. Get out of here.
She's racist.
Well, whether you like black fatigue as a name or not, it's the truth. Like, we're tired of the victimhood mentality, the trauma identification, the need for external, agreement. That's ridiculous. That's terrible for the black community right now. That's terrible for the children growing up. I mean, there's so many broken homes, and I think that's the core foundation. Number one, I believe the core foundation is that the parents failed to not only unify the home, but also failed to put true identity in God in the children. So if you don't have identity in God, you don't have identity at all. That's number one.
Do you at all see the black community as a lost cause, or just
Absolutely
some
not.
individuals? What?
I don't believe the black community is a lost cause at all. I just believe that we need to stop as a whole with all of this complaining. We need to move past the past and, become better. As an American, my parents were actually Nigerian. They came here in the 80s and they grew up here. They had me and my brothers, and we're all successful and not one complaint through our entire childhood. They said, work for what you need, work for what you're gonna get, and you will get it. God placed talent in all of us, black, white, whatever you may, call yourself, but God placed, all of these great things within us.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about what I would define as an enthralling panel discussion that took place on this local Fox News Houston show. I think this is a show that's like dedicated to talking about quote unquote black issues, right? And they're talking about black fatigue. And the black liberals on the panel are going to get triggered after being confronted with videos of black people basically agreeing with black fatigue, okay, which is a topic that is going viral, okay? And surprisingly, you actually have a lot of black people coming out and admitting that, yeah, I got black fatigue too, right? It's not just non-black people, but there are black people who are saying, listen, we are fed up with certain behaviors that we're seeing in the black community, and they're speaking out about it, which is why people are still talking about this topic despite it being around for a couple of weeks, right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this.
Black fatigue, it has recently been turned into a feeling that some white and black people have who say they are damn tired of foolishness of some black people, the claims of racism from sunup to sundown, loud talking, fighting, and the list goes on.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Right? I think that pretty much sums up what people are tired of, right? I'm pretty sure that's about it for the most part.
Now, keep that in mind. But some people are tired of the complaints and don't give a damn. Here's what one TikTok user had to say about it.
It's not racist, and I know y'all have been told this is racist, but it's not. It's not racist to call black people out for their behavior and what they're doing to society at this moment. I'm glad people are noticing this because it's been so many years and it's finally catching up to y'all. I've been trying to tell y'all that white people are tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all too, but everybody, the world is getting sick of y'all and y'all's. I'm so glad this day is here. I've been trying to get out there that you people need help. It's me, but me and other black conservatives. We've been trying to warn society that this is what it's gonna come to when y'all keep coddling black people.
All righty, are her feelings valid? Joining us to talk about it, Dr. Angela Jones, political analyst, Angela Box, activist, Eugene Howard, filmmaker Sean Welling, and conservative M. Williams. We want to thank you all for joining us here on The Factor. First of all, let's define what black fatigue is supposed to be, Dr. Jones.
Black fatigue is supposed to be just and I'm trying to make it as short as possible. Basically, society is saying that they're tired of how black people are blaming things that have happened to us historically in the past on what's happening today. And they are also now adding different things that they have seen in society to that behavior as well. As she said, like loud mouthing, or maybe, you know, using certain words or certain behaviors in public. So that's basically the definition in a short sense.
Do we get anywhere with that, with this conversation?
No, this absolutely
Okay, good night,
is
folks.
I mean, the thing is, it's an absolutely pointless conversation. It's like, okay, so now what? Thank you for letting us know that there's a new fancy word of you saying that you're tired of black people, and you put it on the internet, and now people are co-signing on it, you know, including with the way the environment is already. But it's okay. You put a nice new name to it, and now you feel like it's okay to say. And it's not going to do anything for anybody to now pander this term around, to pass it on in the internet and put it in people's mouth and make people feel encouraged to say, I have black fatigue. But when we're all tired, when I'm saying, oh, we're all tired of something and somewhere, there's always something. So this is not actually going to help anyone psychologically, mentally, emotionally. It's only going to create more divisiveness, more anger, and more hate in society.
You know what's so hilarious about this, right, is that they never acknowledge these things when it comes to black people saying how they feel about whites, right? Because when these people come out and say, hey, we don't like white people, the white man is the devil, white supremacist this and white supremacist that, nobody ever says, hey, well, you know, maybe that conversation is not productive, right? Maybe saying how you feel about white people is not going to help race relations, okay? Now, here's the thing about that, right? I personally believe that free speech has to be one of those things where you cannot police free speech based off race, okay? If black people can openly say how they feel about whites, right, then white people should be able to openly say how they feel about black people. I think that is a positive thing, right? I think when everybody has free speech, okay, we're not policing free speech based off race, then, hey, that's good. Now, if people can all agree that, hey, you know, maybe coming out and saying this type of stuff is not productive, on both sides, right, then I also think that's positive as well too, right? So again, you can either have all of it or none of it, in the sense that, again, if black people can say whatever they want about whites, then whites should be able to say what they want about black people, okay? And if we can all agree that, you know, this is unproductive to say this type of stuff, then it should be unproductive for everybody, right? But again, that's where the problem comes in. We don't live in that type of society. We live in a society where it's not okay for white people to say how they really feel. And I think that is what really creates the issue. Again, if everybody can say how they really feel, I think that's honestly positive, because, you know, me personally, I would rather live in a society where I know how people feel and they can openly say how they feel. That way it makes it much easier to deal with those type of people. When you live in a society where people have to hide how they really feel, yeah, that's not good. Okay, I don't like that. It makes it a lot more difficult to deal with certain people. Okay, so, you know, again, if we can agree that, hey, maybe this is not a productive thing to do, then we should agree that it's not productive when anybody comes out and says this type of stuff, or you have to allow everybody to be able to say how they feel. You can't have the in-between. The in-between is what's tearing the country apart, okay? That's really the problem here.
And when we see a lot of people, especially black people, joining that chorus, saying that I'm tired of black people too, what will that do?
It's not going to do anything, because here's the thing, that black person or the black people that are on the internet saying that can go somewhere and they're going to be already stereotyped into the group that they're trying to separate themselves from just because they're black. You actually have to be around people to see their behavior. You have to witness their behavior to actually understand who they are. But she could sit there and be in a crowd of a room of black people, and guess who all she's going to be included in that group as well. She's not doing anything that is going to help her or her race at this time.
All right, Angela, let's hear from you. Your thoughts about this black fatigue.
Well, with all due respect to Angela, number one, I really disagree with this. It is a completely behavior-based issue. And when white people, black people, Hispanic people are saying we have black fatigue because of the behavior of some black people, we've all seen it, we all know what it is, it's everywhere. And you know, the issue is way more insidious than people realize. And I talk about how a lot of these things come back to what the Democrat Party has done to the black community purposefully, starting with the Great Society of Lyndon B. Johnson, who he famously said, I'm going to have these N-words voting Democrat for the next 200 years. When Democrats said you don't need fathers in the home, you can be on welfare and have as many babies as you want. And oh, by the way, we're going to destroy public schools and we're going to make sure that behavior standards are seen as racist. So the out of control behavior that we've seen in the classrooms, in society, all over, is part and parcel of what the Democrat Party has done to the black community.
All right, Eugene, let's hear from you.
Wow. Wow. I can't believe this woman had the cojones to actually say that on this news channel, right? Shout out to this woman, okay, who clearly is unafraid to say how she feels, right? To keep it all the way 100. There's nothing that she said that I can really disagree with. Wow. Wow. Maybe she deserves a bigger platform.
Take a break.
Man, why are we all? What does the Democrat Party have to do with black fatigue?
Everything.
Hold on. Okay, first of all, I think he asked Eugene. So last time I checked, I'm Eugene on stage. So the Democratic Party has nothing to do with black fatigue. What the original term from the actual black community of black fatigue was after every other community decided to vote, since you want to talk politics, Donald Trump, then black folks said, we're going to sit this one out. We're going to let this thing burn down and we're going to go have a good time because we're tired. We have been struggling. Our grandparents, our great-grandparents, our great-great-great-great-great-grandparents have been fighting this same fight. So if you guys want to turn around, you know, he said the N-word, why don't you guys feel so comfortable, just say it. Just go ahead and say the N-word. We're you know, if it's so okay, if you're so fatigued, if you don't want to recognize the civil rights plight, go ahead and say the N-word. No one's stopping you. It's a free country,
not on
right?
this show, Eugene.
I mean, I'm just
about
saying.
to lose me my show.
but that's my point. It's a lot of things that they want to use code words, whether it's DEI, whether it's black fatigue. They just want to be able to say the N-word without being able to say the N-word.
So do you not find certain behaviors objectionable? Or you think it's cool?
Listen, I live in a real community. I see a whole bunch of unruly white folks, Hispanic folks. So it's not just the black community, but we always want to emphasize on black when it's negative.
All right, we'll take a break there. Don't go any.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that. Yeah, I mean, there are all kinds of unruly folks, right? And that's why I do think that the term black fatigue may be a little bit too broad, right? I think, again, another term probably is more appropriate, okay? Because like this woman pointed out, it really is a behavior thing, right? It really is people get tired of ghetto behavior, right? Unruly behavior in public, people being extra, people being disrespectful, loud. I mean, just pretending like they've never got any home training, which, you know, a lot of them haven't really, to be honest with you. I mean, they grew up in ghetto households where you have single mothers who are loud and unruly all the time. So I kind of get it, but I'm just saying that, you know, it's just funny to me that what you're seeing here is that people, including even black people, they're coming out and they're basically telling the truth, right? And they're becoming more comfortable just saying, hey, yeah, I experienced this too, right? Like, this ain't just a white thing or a non-black thing. Like, this is really an issue, okay? Like, if you read the comment section here, you can kind of see it. This person, one of the top comments says, that black gentleman is literally the epitome of black fatigue manifested in human form. I'm black and I see somebody like that, I just walk the other way. There's no expectation of having an actual intellectual conversation. It's frankly impossible. This person says, as a black straight male, I'm tired of my people's reckless behavior, playing victim in racism. As a black man, I have black fatigue regarding the foolishness in our community and what we accept as normal behavior. The world has black fatigue and it's getting worse by the day. Offended by everything, ashamed of nothing, entitled to everything, contributing nothing. I'm black and I've been warning about this since 9th grade in 1987. They called me crazy then, among other things, and they still do today. Glad to see other folks finally waking up. Yeah, so, hey, you know, this is what's happening, right? That's what's happening. So, you know, I mean, I would like to add to the list of the fatigue here is that I have liberal fatigue, right? I just wanted to be clear. Not only do I have ghetto fatigue, okay, I also have liberal fatigue as well, too, because I think that's where a lot of it is encouraged, right? It's encouraged by the Democrats, as this lovely lady outlined, right, on this panel, that, yeah, a lot of it does come back to the Democrat Party and some of the policies that we've seen over the last few decades that I think have destroyed the nuclear family. I mean, not just in the black community, but just across America as well too. It just has really, really, really affected the black community because let's be honest, a lot of people don't like to admit this. They get uncomfortable when they admit this. But again, the black family was more intact during Jim Crow. That doesn't mean that Jim Crow was good for black people. It just means that under Jim Crow, under segregation, black people were more family oriented, right? There was less crime. The family was stronger, right? And, you know, I mean, I think there is something to be said about what has happened, okay, since then to the black community. And it's one of those things that people really are uncomfortable talking about. But I feel like these people who always talk about my ancestors, I feel like the ancestors would actually disagree heavily with some of the behaviors that we're seeing in modern society. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.